Over here, traveler. I've been waiting for you. Yes, I am the Gremlin. Word reached my ears that you had something to show me and that you might be interested in my expertise on the subject. Know that I'd be happy to share my knowledge with you if you prove your compromise with your cause. After all, everything and everyone has their price. Oh yes, this will be more than enough. Sit then, my friend, and do tell. What have you brought to me today? A Griffin sag. Ah, this is a rare treasure. Do not doubt me, my friend. I can't tell what this is with a mere glance. Judging by its size and shape, it may pass as that of an ostrich or even a small breed of rock. But look, these brown markings are what give it away. You found this in a large mound of mud and branches off a cliff, didn't you? Yes, your eyes betray what your tongue tries to hide. Then I'm right. This is a Griffin sag, belonging either to a red or a bald griffin. Take good care of it, my friend. It may be worth 10 times what you have paid me. Or perhaps, rather than sell it, you want to keep the beast? Have it guard your treasure or to ride the skies? In that case, do allow me to tell you more about it. You may find use for my words in the future. Often seen in paintings and the banners of noble houses, griffins have ensnared the imagination of all cultures that met them. You will find them carved in the walls of old temples and the throne of forgotten Iceland kings, watchful on the talus turrets of Gothic cathedrals, and bravely guarding the hardiest ships at sea. This comes to show their amazing adaptability. You will find griffins in all lands but the murkiest swamps and the coldest reaches of the poles, and their ability to traverse great distances in search of food makes it possible to find them in the most inhospitable of places. As you well know, griffins have the bodies of great felines with heavy chests to bear the weight of the great wings that make them soar. Size and color vary greatly among species. As for their senses, their greatest are sight and hearing. They can spot their prey at great distances from the air, and despite being daytime predators, their eyes are very well adapted to darkness. They can tell apart the sound of hoops or their messers whistle from miles away. Their sense of smell isn't much compared to that of other predators, but it's still better than a human's for what that's worth. Even though we all know they're half lion and half eagle, what most don't know is that there is a great many ways these two halves can be combined. Not all griffins have wings, for instance. In olden times, some thought that the females were airborne while the males lacked wings. This kind of sexual dimorphism exists, but only in certain species. This is an exception, not a rule. There is 4 kinds of griffins. There are those with the forelegs of a bird, the hind legs of a panther, and a pair of wings on their back. These are what we call true griffins. Some of them may also have a pair of feathered ears. Whether they serve an auditive purpose or not, well, that remains to be seen. There are other kinds of griffins. Keithungs, also called demigriffs. They lack dedicated wings, though their forearms may have feathers. and play the part just like they do on their draconic cousins, the wyverns. Some Keithong species even have spines growing out of their backs in a manner not unlike manticores. The third Griffin group is that of minor griffins. Minor griffins always have wings and are much smaller than the others, not bigger than a medium-sized dog. Their body structure is also different. Think of the differences between a cat and a panther. Finally, an Openicus has the head of a bird, but the rest of its body is that of a feline, wings notwithstanding. And before I forget, no doubt you have heard of hippogriffs, griffins whose lower half is that of a horse. Well, let me tell you, their existence has never been proven. It's a well-known fact that griffins hunt horses. This gave rise to the popular expression, harder than breeding horses with griffins, to say that something is impossible, an exercise in futility. It was the work of a master painter who included it in one of his works. It was the image of a griffin with the lower half of a horse to symbolize the impossible. This is how hippogriffs came to be, as a joke. But if there is anything worse than an ignorant peasant, it's an ignorant noble that fancies herself a critic. Now everyone believes that hippogriffs are real, but then again, what do I know? We live in a world of mystery and wonder, and creatures such as these may yet be found somewhere in its confines. What else? Oh yes, just like crows, most griffins have a taste for shiny things. Especially metal. No doubt some of these coins you gave me were found at the creature's nest. I can smell it. Minor griffins are the worst hoarders, and certain unsavory folks have trained them to steal from the clueless. Speaking of unsavory, personal hygiene is of the utmost importance to all kinds of griffins. They spend many hours preening their feathers and will not tolerate any filthy or foul-smelling creatures in their company. No wonder they don't like the company of manticores or primitive, filthy harpies. Some scholars say that because of their enmity with harpies and sirens, griffins are immune to magic cast through song. It will seem that music does not soothe the beast, eh? Finally, be aware that griffins can live over a century in the wilds. So I would advise you to find someone who can take care of it after your final departure. Should the beast outlast you? Well, I've said much, and my throat suffers for it. I will continue my tale. But no doubt a kind, friendless stranger such as yourself wouldn't mind getting this old gremlin a mug of black ale, yes? I will get it myself, but I fear my green skin and blackened teeth will attract too much attention. My kind is not usually welcome amongst yours, and the spell that keeps me unnoticed weakens with every gaze diverted. Go! I will watch over your egg. On your return, I will tell you more of the griffin and its great worth as a predator.